Hello, it's Diana from DianaMarchand.com. The lighting is really bad here, isn't it, guys? I'm gonna try to turn you around a little bit. Okay, maybe there's better. Oh, I felt like standing. Oh, the light is so bad. Let me just play around with this a bit. Should have done this. Okay, so what this video is about is that I gotta check this. Just wait. This is terrible. One half decent light. Sorry, coming back. Is about toxins in our body and how, like, there's all this, I guess where I started from, there's so much awareness on, like, you see all these posts about cancer awareness, breast this, on, right? And, I mean, I know health is a mind, body, spirit thing for sure. So there is a million things that can cause disease and illness that is also related to our emotions, how we think, the energy we surround ourselves by. But also, what I want to talk about here is also what can hold on to weight. So what can cause you to gain weight, why you can't lose the weight, especially that last bit of weight. You're like, there's no way I can lose this no matter what I've tried. I can't seem to lose this weight. And also the toxins, right? And we sometimes think, I know a lot of people think, well, the toxins in their environment, right? That's what's causing it. Or some of the cleaning things you use in your house, the toxin there. How do we get a toxic body? Well, there's so many things that that people are eating now that drive me crazy. When I go into a grocery store, I just lose it because it is so sad to me that most of the food displayed, especially by the aisles, by the cash register, especially the foods that are in the middle of the aisles and these big things like for sale and great prices, they're usually packaged food that tempts you because you go in there, you're hungry, you want a snack, that is full of toxins. Now, what I mean by that is the preservatives, the colorings, the spices, all of those, the flavorings, the natural flavors, all of those things are chemicals. They're not real. They're added to make the product taste like a certain food. They're added to make the product, which is basically nothing, like it's basically no nutrients, ground up cheap flours and stuff, tastes like something. So they give it its flavor, right? And that's what we actually get addicted to because those flavors are chemical flavorings. They play with their mind just exactly like drugs do. So there's people who are addicted to certain drugs. Well, food and those preservatives and colorings and flavorings will do the same thing for you. We got to realize that. So the tortilla chips, potato chips, the crackers, the cookies. And I also want to bring your attention to a lot of things you may not be aware of, especially in canned foods. Now, this is my boyfriend's, not mine. I can't even have this. I'd have such a splitting headache after because of the preservatives in it. And besides of what the lining of the can is toxic. So any canned foods, like canned spaghetti sauces, even Bix pickles have preservatives in them. Those things are toxins. Your body cannot metabolize them because they're not real food. Your body's used to, right? And now you say, oh, well, can't our body just get rid of them, eliminate them, the toxins? We're supposed to. Yes, our body is supposed to be able to do that and should be able to do that if it is running at its best and if it's healthy, if it has all the right foods and nutrients that feed every cell so our body can run properly. Most people nowadays are not that healthy. Digestive system is sluggish. They may have leaky gut. They have some other problems. So it's not working properly. They're not even detoxing at all. And so there's a buildup of these toxins in the body. And the body holds the buildup of toxins in your fat. So people, you see them walking around puffy, bloated, looking real puffy, huge bags under the eyes, skin rashes, irritations, psoriasis, rashes, all of these things, which is an overload of toxins. And you may not think, you may think, well, I eat pretty good. No, it could be the wheat, yes. It could be the gluten, yes. But also you've got to look at all the salad dressings. Most salad dressings, all Kraft salad dressings, contain a ton of preservatives. Soups are some of the worst. Children's cereals have to be the worst. They contain zero nutrients. They also contain nothing but food colorings, flavorings, all of those things, which are, of course, play around the chemicals in your child's brain too. So if you have a child who's growing and developing, those are the worst things you can give them because they're also high in sugar, right? And so you guys go into your cupboards, look at all your canned stuff, look at all your salad dressings, look at all your bottled sauces like the peanut sauce, the Thai sauces, all those different flavors that you can add to foods, the sauces, the flavor packets, any Knorr, Knorr, brutal, I'm McCormick, brutally full of, even your spice blends. You may not realize this, like certain spice blends, like steak spice blend, those types of things, read it. If they have something in it with the asterisk or something, spices, that could be MSG, so monosodium glutamate, or something like that that enhances the flavor, that also stops it from spoiling. But that is, again, a chemical. They just find ways of hiding them now. They're hidden in our foods. So you're going to gain weight. You're not going to be able to lose the weight. Plus, you're going to have a toxic body, which of course is inflammation within the body. You've got your aches and pains. You've got things like arthritis and bursitis and all these things happening. It screws around with the chemical balance in your, so that you're talking your hormones. It actually will play out, affect your moods. What else? It leads to oxidization in the body, so illness and disease. So by continually taking in all these toxins, your body's unable to work properly, so it can't really detoxify anymore. It definitely can't keep up to all the toxins you're bringing in. You're going to see so many horrible things coming up in the future with people because we're consuming so many toxins every single day. Now, what they say, or how they get around this, is in a can of food. Let's say they'll say, well, the amount of preservatives or whatever that's in this can is not harmful. But you got to realize that you're consuming a whole bunch of things all day. And what about children? They're smaller than us, right? So you're thinking that they consume a whole bunch of packaged things, a whole bunch of candies, a whole bunch of sugar, all of this stuff that completely piles up day after day after day. A buildup of toxins, a toxic body. Now, can you buy canned food? Yes, there's still some, like Eden Organics, some canned stuff with BPA-free cans, and that don't use preservatives in when they can their foods. So yes, you can make those choices. You can buy the dried beans, the dried lentils, make them yourself. It's about really getting back to what our grandparents used to do, making our own food, right? And I just have a green smoothie here. What most people also don't consider is, first thing in the morning, they're consuming so many, like the breads and all of that. Now, if you do not get your bread from the freezer section, most likely it has a ton of preservatives in it. Plus the wheat and stuff they use now is highly processed. It has no nutrients in it. You're not getting really even any fiber. So it's really junk food. And so if you're containing that junky food that has a negative effect on your body first thing in the morning, can you imagine, right? You're not feeding it the nutrients it needs. We need the proper vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, amino acids, trace minerals, and elements that are in real live whole foods. That is what our body's meant to consume. That is the food and fuel for every single cell in our body. If you're consuming fake food, packaged food, breads, scones, and all of that for breakfast and then in the morning, you're not giving your body at all what it needs to function, right? At all. And so you got to realize that when you do not give your body what it needs to function, the proper nutrients, it's going to begin to break down. We have so much disease now, so much illness. We have so many conditions. We have so many chronic illnesses. I just can't even, but people are always like, oh my God, I don't know why. There is reasons why. Take a look at all the food that's in the grocery store. Take a look at all the packaged stuff, the processed stuff, the cereals, the crackers, all of those things, you guys. Start to read all labels. It may seem overwhelming, but you know what? The clients who work with me and me now, after all these years, I look at that stuff and all I think is disease, illness, cancer, all of that. I don't eat it. I'm not as tempted because it's like, no, that's sickness to me. That means I'm going to get sick. That means I'm going to feel unhealthy. That means what's going to happen to me in the future? I choose every single day. And is it always easy? No, it's not. But I choose it because I know how I want to feel. I know how I want to live. I know how I want to be. Right? Really think about that. And we put our heads in the sand all the time. We look at ways that we can raise awareness of cancer, raise awareness of this and awareness of that. What we need to raise awareness of is how to prevent it. You know what? The knowledge is out there. It's all out there. There is no mystery. There is no magic potion. The information is out there and it's proper, healthy nutrition for your body. And of course, working on the mind, self-love and all that, because our emotions can create disease and illness in our body too. So that's a huge thing. But I had to put this out there. So please go read all the labels of everything you have in your home. And if you care about your family and your health, please begin to read labels before you buy things. And please be conscious of what you're putting into your body, and just start to get rid of all that stuff little bit by little bit. There's so many wonderful healthy recipes out there. Don't get fooled by some of the full fat, cheesy, tons of recipes that are out there, right? There's a lot that's very healthy too. You can check some on my YouTube channel or my Women's Creating Healthy Lives. Thank you for the heart Facebook page. I ask you to I want to raise awareness of health, on how I want to not just raise awareness, but say, hey, you can prevent different things that are going to go on in your body. That's where the power lies. The power lies in you taking power and responsibility to create your health. Thank you so much. Bye.